Good morning. In the previous class, we were discussing a few problems on t distribution. Today, we shall discuss chi-square distribution, which is the last part of this module. Chi-square distribution. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It provides a measure of correspondence between the theoretical and the observed frequency. For example, let's perform an experiment. Say, tossing a coin. Let's perform this experiment. Tossing a coin. How many times? Say 2 times. And let's count number of times head turned out. Number of times head turned out. Let's record the observed frequencies. Let's perform the experiment and record the observed values. Let's toss the coin for the first time. What are the possibilities? We may get head, we may get tail. I get tail. Therefore, number of heads is 0. We are going to toss the coin 2 times. Again, I toss the coin. Suppose I get tail again. Therefore, number of heads will be 0. Let's perform or conduct the same experiment again. If I toss a coin, I may get head. We are conducting the experiment 2 times. Again, I toss the coin. I may get 0. Therefore, number of heads is 1. I conduct the same experiment again. First time I toss the coin. If I get head, 1. Let's toss the coin again. Again, if I get head, therefore total number of heads, 2. These are the values recorded by actually conducting the experiment. Now, we tabulate or write the expected frequencies, theoretical frequencies. How many times would you expect head to turn out if you toss a coin 2 times? Successfully, we toss a coin 2 times. Right here. Totally, there are 2 possibilities, right? Totally, there are 2 possibilities, and getting head is one among them. Therefore, when you toss a coin, probability of getting head is 1/2. If you toss the coin again, the probability of getting head is again 1/2. Therefore, 1/2 into 1/2 is 1/4. Therefore, expected frequency is 1/4. 1/4 and y 1/4. But obtained frequencies are 0, 1, 2. And this chi-square gives us a measure of this correspondence or relation between the observed frequencies. These are observed frequencies and these are expected frequencies. Chi-square distribution gives a measure of these two, O and E. It is given by chi-square. You read it as chi-square is equal to summation OI. OI stands for observed frequencies minus EI, and this stands for expected frequencies, whole square divided by EI. You please make a note of this definition to solve a few problems. We'll come to know what actually this is. Make a note of this or take a screenshot of this definition. Chi-square is equal to summation O minus E divided by E. O minus E whole square divided by E. Yes, this is a problem. A die is thrown 264 times and the number appearing on the face follows the following frequency distribution. A die is thrown 264 times and 1 appeared 40 times, 2 appeared 32 times, 3 appeared 28 times, 4 appeared 58 times, and the face 5 appeared 54 times, 6 appeared 60 times. A die is thrown 264 times. 6 faces will be there on each die, right? 6 phases, and these phases are numbered like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when it thrown to 264 times, 1 appeared 40 times, 2 appeared 32 times, 3 appeared 28 times, 4 appeared 58 times, 5 appeared 54 times, and 6 appeared 60 times. And these values are obtained by actually conducting the experiment. Therefore, these are the observed values, observed frequencies. They are tabulated like this: O is equal to 40, 32, 28, 58, 54, 60. These are called observed frequencies. And each number is expected to appear 264 divided by 6, because the die is thrown 264 times and there are 6 possibilities: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, possibility of each phase appearing is 264 divided by 6, which is equal to 44. Therefore, the phase 1 is expected to appear 44 times. Phase 2 is expected to appear 44 times. Phase 3 is expected to appear 44 times. Phase 4 is expected to appear 44 times. 5 is expected to appear 44 times. And 6 is expected to appear 44 times. These are called expected frequencies. 144, 244, 344, 5 is expected to appear 44, 5 expected to appear 44, 6 expected to appear 44. Now let's calculate chi-square. It is the numerical measure between these two, O and E.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, but frequencies add ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 272 ಬರ್ತದೆ ಸರ್, 264 ಅಲ್ಲ.
ಇದು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್.
40, 32, 28, 54, 272 ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ 8 ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ. 40 plus 32 plus 28 plus 58 plus 54 plus 60. For the 272 ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Let's do one thing. Let's make this 50. You make it 50. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲೋ 8 ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. You make it 50. Now it will be 264. Now let's calculate chi-square. This is equal to summation O minus E whole square divided by, I write O minus E, that is 40 minus 44. 40 minus 44. Whole square divided by E is 44. Corresponding to this experiment, first experiment. Next, O is 32 minus 44. Whole square divided by 44. Plus it goes up to 60 minus 44. Whole square divided by 44. This is a simple calculation. How much?
18.3636.
18.3636. Okay. It is the numerical measure. 18.3636. All of you, please compare with which you obtained. If it is correct, we can move on. Five dice were thrown 96 times and the number 1, 2, 3. 1 means the face 1, 2 means the face showing 2, 3 means the face showing 3. 5 dice were thrown 96 times and the numbers 1, 2, 3 are faces 1, 2, 3 appearing on the face of the dice follows the frequency distribution as follows. Number of dice showing 1, 2, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Frequency 7, 19, 35, 24, 8, 3. Test the hypothesis that the data follows a binomial distribution given that a table value of chi square at 5% level of significance is 11.07. That is the table value. Test the hypothesis that the data follows a binomial distribution. Let's construct a function corresponding to binomial distribution for this data first. 5 dice were thrown 96 times and the numbers 1, 2, 3 appearing on the face of the dice follows the frequency distribution like this. 5, 7 times, 4, 19, 3, 35, 2, 24, 1, 8 and 0, 3. That means all the 5 dice showing 1, 2, 3 is 7 times. Out of 5 dice, 4 are showing 1, 2, 3 is 19 times. Out of 5 dice, 3 are showing these 3 numbers 35 times. Out of 5 dice, 2 are showing 2 of these 3 numbers 24 times. And 1, 8, 0, 3. This is the observed frequency. These numbers are obtained by actually conducting the experiment. 7, 19, 35, 24, 8, 3. They are tabulated here, observed. 7, 19, 35, 24, 8 and 3. All the 5 days are showing 1, 2, 3, 7 times. Out of 5 days, 4 are showing 1, 2, 3 is 19 times, like that. Probability of a single dice showing 1, 2, 3. ಮುಂಚೆ ಒಂದು ಡೈಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಡೈ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಈಗ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಸಿಂಗುಲರ್ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಡೈಸ್. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಡೈಸ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನು. Earlier single dice was called as a die. Probability of a single dice throwing 1, 2, 3 is equal to, there are 6 possibilities. 6 faces means there will be 6 possibilities. And these are the 3 possibilities out of these 6 possibilities. Therefore, probability of appearing 1, 2 or 3 is 3 by 6. That is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means 0.5. This is the probability of success. Success is getting either 1 or 2 or 3. This is the probability. This is our success. Probability of success is 0.5. And we know that P plus Q is equal to 1. Therefore, Q is equal to 1 minus P. Therefore, this is equal to 1 minus P is 0.5. Therefore, this is also equal to 0.5. Q is equal to 0.5, P is equal to 0.5, and there are 5 dice. Therefore, we take N is equal to 5. Now, construct the probability function, which is given by P of X is equal to NCX into P power X into Q power N minus X. This is what we call probability function. This is corresponding to a single dice. Here N is equal to 5, therefore 5CX into p power p is 0.5 or 1 by 2 whole power x into q. Q is also 0.5 whole power n minus x, that is 5 minus x. Therefore, this is equal to 5cx into, here bases are same. Clearly, this is product of two terms with common base. In such cases, we add powers. 0.5 whole power x plus 5 minus x is 5. This can also be written like this. 5cx is into 0.5 whole power 5 is 1 by 2 whole power 5. Or this can be written as 5cx divided by 2 power 5 is 32. That's what I have written here. 5cx divided by 32. This is the probability function. Probability function corresponding to each dice. And these 5 dice are thrown 96 times. These 5 dice are thrown 96 times. Multiply both sides by 96. Resultant will be 96px. Multiply by 96, we get a 96px or p of x. In either way, you can write. This is equal to 96 into 5cx divided by 32. And 96 divided by 32 is 3. 3 into 5cx is equal to 96p of x. Now we can denote this 96p of x by f of x. F of x is equal to 3 into 5cx divided by 32. This is the probability function. F of x is equal to 3 into 5cx divided by 32. Now calculate expected frequencies by substituting x is equal to 5, x is equal to 4, x is equal to 3, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 1, and x is equal to 0. You do that. First put x is equal to 5 and calculate. So this is not 32. 96 by 32 is 3. 3 into this. There's no 32 here. 96 divided by 32 is 3 itself. 5cx. Put x is equal to 5 and tell me what is the expected frequency. When x is equal to 5, what is f of x? 3 into 5c5. And 5c5 is always equal to 1. 1 into 3 is 3. Next, put x is equal to 4 and calculate. X is equal to 4. 3 into 5c4. 3 into 5c4. 5c4 is 5. 3 into 5 is 15. Next, put x is equal to 3. 3 into 5c3. Calculate this.
Thirty.
30, right. That must be correct. Next, 3 into 5c2. How much is this?
30.
30. Right. That's correct. Next, 3 into 5C1. 5C1 is 5. 15. Next, 3 into 5C0. 5C0 is 1. 1 into 3 is 3. These are the expected frequencies. Expected frequencies. Now we calculate T square. T square is given by O minus E whole square divided by E. That is 7 minus 3 whole square divided by 3 plus 19 minus 15 whole square divided by 15 plus etc. And this goes up to calculate. How much?
11.7.
11.7. That's correct. 11.7, and clearly this obtained chi square is greater than the table value of chi square at 5% level of significance. Therefore, this is greater than chi square at 5% level of significance. So that is 11.07. If this obtained value is greater than the table value, we reject the hypothesis. If it is less than the table value, we accept the hypothesis. Here it is greater than the table value, therefore the hypothesis is rejected. Hypothesis is rejected. What was the hypothesis? Test the hypothesis that the data follows a binomial distribution. This hypothesis is rejected. So please make a note of this. If examination held, you can expect these kind of problems in the examination. A sample analysis of examination results of 500 students was made. It was found that 220 students failed, 170 secured third class, 90 students secured second class, 20 first class. Do these figures support the general examination result, which is in the ratio 3:4:2:1 for the respective categories? And table value of chi-square at 5% level of significance is 7.81. 7.81. A sample analysis of 500 students was made. It was found that 220 failed, 170 secured third class, 90 third class, and 20 first class. These are observed figures. Observed figures: 220 failed, 170 third class, 90 second class, and 20 first class. They are observed figures. Let us take the hypothesis that these figures support the general result in the ratio 4:3:2:1. This is the hypothesis now, null hypothesis. That means out of 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, plus 1, 10. Out of 10, 4 will be failed, 3 third class, 2 second class, and 1 first class. This is the hypothesis. Now you can mark your attendance. Now the expected frequencies in the respective categories are 4 out of 10 are expected to fail. 4 out of 10 are expected to fail, and there are 500 students, therefore multiply by 500. Cancel this 0 with this 0, and 50 into 4 is 200. 200 students are expected to fail. Similarly, 3 out of 10 are expected to secure third class. 3 out of 10, and there are 500 students. Therefore, this is equal to 3 into 50, 150. And 2 out of 10 are expected to secure second class. And there are 500 students. Therefore, 2 into 50, 100. And 1 out of 10 is expected to secure first class, and there are 500 students. Therefore, 50 into 1 is 50. These are expected frequencies. Now we calculate chi-square. You know how to calculate chi-square? Calculate it. 220 minus 200 whole square divided by 200 plus 170 minus 150 whole square divided by 150 plus 90 minus 100 whole square divided by 100 plus 20 minus 50 whole square divided by 50. We are running out of the time. I give you the value. You later calculate this. This is 23.67. 23.67, and this 23.67 is certainly greater than chi-square at 5% level of significance. 0.05 at 5% level of significance, that is 7.81. Clearly 23.61 is greater than 7.81. What will be the conclusion? What will be the conclusion? Table value is greater than the, obtained value is greater than the table value. Therefore, the hypothesis is rejected. If it is less than the table value, we accept the hypothesis. $23.67. Four coins are tossed 100 times and the following results were obtained. Fit a binomial distribution for the data and test the goodness of fit. This is the problem. Four coins are tossed 100 times and the following results were obtained. Fit a binomial distribution. To fit a binomial distribution, we have to construct the probability function f of x first. F of x or p of x. Four coins are there, therefore we can take n is equal to 4. And what is the probability of success? It is not mentioned, we have to find that. In case of binomial distribution, we know that mu is equal to np. Mu is equal to np, where mu is given by summation fx divided by summation f. Summation fx is, this is x and this is f. Fx is 5 into 0 is 0, plus 1 into 29 is 29, plus 2 into 36 is 72, plus 3 into 25 is 75, plus 4 into 5 is 20, divided by summation frequency. 5 plus 29 plus 36 plus 25 plus 5 is 100. And this is equal to 1.96. We calculate this, we'll get 1.96. Mu is equal to 1.96. Substitute here. 1.96 is equal to np. N is 4 into p. Therefore, p is equal to 1.96 divided by 4. 1.96 divided by 4, this is approximately 0.49. And we know that p plus q is equal to 1. Therefore, q is equal to 1 minus p and p is 0.49. Therefore, this is equal to 0.51. P is equal to 0.49 and q is equal to 0.1 and n is equal to 0.4. Using these three data, we can construct the probability function p of x. I write here. P of x is equal to P of x is equal to ncx into p power x into q power n minus x. N is equal to 4. Therefore, 4cx into p is 0.49 whole power x into q is 0.51 whole power n minus x. That is 4 minus x. And these four coins are tossed 100 times. Multiply both sides by 100. 100 into p of x is equal to 100 into 4cx into 0.49 whole power x into 0.51 whole power 4 minus x. This is what we call probability function, or you can write it as f of x, small letter f of x or capital letter f of x, anyone. 100 into 4cx into 0.49 whole power x into 0.51 whole power 4 minus x. This is the probability function. Now we calculate the expected frequencies by substituting x is equal to 0. If you substitute x is equal to 0, you get 7. If you substitute x is equal to 1, you do that. I don't have that value. Put x is equal to 1 and simplify. Calculate f of 1. We are running out of the time. I will share you the solution of this problem in the afternoon. With this problem, we can conclude. Syllabus is completed. All 5 modules are covered. If you have any doubts or any topic is to be repeated for you, you can intimate me after the third internal. I'll do that. For one. Okay, we have less than 1 minute left. I will share this to you in the group afternoon. All the best for third internals.